Um, People are going missing, and people are going missing, and they're connected in a way that I think only now the news is catching on to say, "Wait a minute, do we have a real situation going on here?" Um, we kind of emailed each other back and forth about this, saying, "Hey, did you hear this?" and everything, and it's been bigger and bigger in the news lately. And I've had somebody said this on the news recently. They said if 10 people went missing that were bus drivers, it would be a story. 10 bus drivers or 10 mailmen in the United States went missing, it would be a story. Yet this top level scientists and people in this field are going missing and it's very hush. They're not talking about it except for lately. What do you think about that? Is that crazy?
Absolutely. I think they buried it as long as they could. I think with social media, they can't hide a lot of the things they used to hide. Blacklist somebody and the story went away. They just can't do that anymore.
I think you're right. I mean, it's really been social media that's pushed this. So kudos to that whole thing, right? Because when the news doesn't find it worthwhile, the people say, we want to talk about this. So it's pretty
I
good.
think where there's smoke, there's fire, and there's
Yeah.
definitely a lot of smoke right here.
Yeah. No doubt about it. So I'll put something on the screen here throughout this podcast, but 10, but there's really an 11th one. Did you run into the 11th one as well? There
Yeah,
is 10 people
I
that
have
have gone
11 cases.
missing.
Mhm.
What is it, from 2022 to now? Yeah, 2022 to now. So let's go into it for just a few minutes. For those of you out there, you've probably seen this on the news unless you stick to one type of, maybe you're not worried about world events or something. But I think this is worth people, thinking about. Let's just talk a minute about some of these individuals. I mean, we've got a number that have been missing. I think one, two, three, four, five, and then five that have been killed. Actually, six that have been killed, all in the same scientific line of work. Crazy. When you first heard this story, what did you think? I mean, did you?
I went to 2 places, espionage and the UFO
Yeah,
phenomenon.
yeah,
Those are the 2 places I went. Cold War, espionage, and
right.
then the whole UFO cover-up.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 that my conspiracy mind goes right to.
Well, that's
News.
perfect, Ron, because we're going to get into some of that today. Because the thing is, a lot of the news is still stuck on, can you believe this has happened? Like, it looks like there's a connection. No, we're going to go past that because we see the connection. We're actually going to talk about what might have happened here. But let's spend a minute on some of these people. You've got some of the names there too, don't you?
Yes.
Let's just go through and tell people what who these are and kind of a little bit about them. If you have it there, I'll do it as well. I think the most recent one is William Neil McCaslin, the February 27th, 2026, retired Air Force Major General, goes out without his glasses, his keys. He goes up into the hills and disappears. Like, even his wife's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. So for people, he's an avid runner. He goes up and hikes and does hills all the time, very fit. But he decides to go up there, leaving his phone, his glasses, all his personal belongings behind, almost like he knew he was going to go somewhere. Weird. That's weird just by itself.
And he hasn't been found. He's missing.
He's still missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Air Force Research Laboratory, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Air Force Major General, working in special sciences.
Says he has oversight of billions in advanced aerospace weapons research funding, including
Mm,
RESA's projects.
yeah.
Hmm. Historical Wright Patterson ties to UAP lore and exotic propulsion programs. That's
That would be interesting to a few governments around the world, wouldn't it?
yeah, that's speculation, but that's
There's
he's
something
involved
there,
in it.
maybe.
Yeah. We might come up missing if we keep talking about
I
this.
know. I know, right? They'd be like, "Get those guys off there. Pick somebody on your list."